Hey everybody, it's Mackenzie, and today's video is what I'm going to be calling Breakup Glam, or Makeup to Get Dumped In. Long story short, I am getting broken up with today, and yes, I know that it's going to be happening, and people don't understand that, but people aren't in my relationship. But I don't think you should try to understand another person's relationship. You know, the whole situation for me is something I'm not going to get into. It's very complicated, but this is just what's happening. So this video is going to be for any others of you who in the future know that you're going to get broken up with, or makeup that you're going to do if you even think that you're going to get broken up with. This is what I think works. Couple disclaimers. One person on Tumblr, when I said that I was thinking about making this video, was like, why aren't you sad? Guess what? I am sad. I'm really sad. But I can't spend all of my time crying. I'm going to spend some of my time trying to make light of a terrible situation. Thank you. And one other thing, I am going to be using male pronouns in this video to talk about my boyfriend, or I'm going to be saying he, blah blah blah. This video is going to be for everyone, whether you are dating a girl or boy or neither. The only reason I'm using that is because that's the state of mind I'm in right now. That's what's going to roll off the tongue easiest. So if you're really going to be offended by that, maybe this isn't the video for you, but if you understand that that's just what I'm used to saying, but this video is still for everybody, then keep on watching and find out how I got this look. Hey guys, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do when you wake up is probably go for a walk, because you're probably going to want to burn off some of the calories from that Taco Bell you ate while crying in bed last night. Just me? So obviously, once you're showered, once you've moisturized, super important, make sure you pull your hair back. I've got my hair pulled back in a ponytail as well as a headband so that none of these flyaway hairs get in my face while I'm trying to do my makeup. And one other note, this whole video is a little bit of an experiment to see what works and what doesn't when doing my makeup on camera. I don't have a fancy setup at all. I am using like a small mirror like this. See? Yeah, hope that didn't blind you. And it's just sitting behind the camera. I don't have a professional setup at all. I don't have professional lighting, so this is all an experiment. So please bear with me. So as you can see, I've already gone ahead and done my eyebrows. That's the only thing I've got on my face right now besides moisturizer. I've opted to go ahead and do my eyebrows first for many reasons. I know a lot of people do that anyway, just to save time, to not be redundant. And on a day that you're getting broken up with, you're probably not going to want to go out and try all sorts of new crazy techniques on your brows and stuff. Just do what's comfortable for you and the way that you feel good. So that's what I've done today. So the first thing you're going to want to do once this is all done is prime your face. And today I am using this L'Oreal Lumi primer. I talked about it in a favorites video. It really just gives you tons of light on your face because, you know, you probably feel dead inside maybe, but you don't want him to know that. You want him to think that you are this ethereal being of light sent from space to save him, and he's never going to find anything better. His fault. So, like I said, we're going to be using this. I put a pump of it onto my finger, and then I just put this all over my face. I need a little bit more over here and on the forehead. So I'm using this because of the way that it looks, but I've also got tons of glycerin in my moisturizer. It's the second ingredient in there after purified water. And glycerin isn't the ingredient that's in primers that makes them, that makes other products stick to your face. So I've got that covered, and I just wanted to give myself a base of just really radiant skin. So hopefully that shows up on camera, maybe not. So the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and prime my eyes. I'm using the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original. I wouldn't recommend this one. I think there are way better ones. Even in the Urban Decay line, but this is just the one that I bought. But obviously it's going to be important to prime your eyeshadow today, otherwise you're just going to cry it all off, and we don't want that. So today I'm going to be using the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay. Hopefully that shows up. You know what it looks like. These are all great shadows when you're going for a more natural look, I think, and that's what I'm trying to do today. When you're getting broken up with, I don't feel like I want to show up with cake face. I don't want to show up looking like I've got all this crazy makeup going on because I know I'm going to cry a lot. And so I want to do something simple that probably is going to stay on my face instead of get everywhere. So the makeup that I'm going to be doing today is not going to be super over the top. It's going to be a lot more gentle, very feminine, just soft, and all sorts like things like that. And I think the Naked 3 palette is great for that. So I am actually going to start by using the brush that actually comes in the palette. I don't keep it in there, it was just in there for some reason. But I'm going to go in first with the shade Nooner, which is this one. It's just a good transition color in this palette, I think. So I'm just going to start by putting that into the crease. It looks a lot more pigmented than it has in the past. And of course, as always, just keep buffing it until you think you've got an even amount of color spread throughout. So that ended up being a lot more pigmented than it usually ends up being for me. So I'm just going to take this Real Techniques domed shadow brush and just sort of do my best to buff more of that out. Alright, so now I think that looks a little bit better. And then I'm going to take that same domed shadow brush and I'm just going to apply Buzz all over the lid. I think this is a very pretty all over the lid color, and you know, you're getting broken up with, he's not going to care that you didn't do, you know, all sorts of fancy shit with your makeup. I just sounded very country saying that, I think. Yeah, he's not going to care. So just do an all over lid color and a crease color, and I think that's enough, especially if you're going to be crying and upset and wiping your eyes probably. You don't want to do all sorts of fancy stuff, at least I don't think so. And I think that looks really feminine and gentle, and maybe I look a little bit dead, but that's because I don't have everything else on my face. I don't have foundation, I don't have the eyeliner. I think eyeliner and mascara can really take pink eyeshadow from looking like sick and dead to like really pretty. So that's what we're gonna do. So next thing that I always do is I do my liquid liner. I am using the Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in black. Intense black. Okay, good. So we're gonna wanna do our wings so sharp, so black, he gets a little bit nervous. He's like, should I break up with her? Those might draw blood, I don't know. So that's what we're looking for. Shake it up and then just go ahead and do however you like to do a wing. Okay, so there's one wing. Lately, I have been liking to bring my wings not all the way in. I think it opens up the eyes, and I also think less eyeliner in this situation is better. The less stuff that's going to be possible to run down your face, the better. So I'm happy with those. The next thing I'm going to do is mascara on top, and then I'm going to do the rest of my face before I finish the eyes. Today I'm going to use 2 mascaras, but I'm only going to do 1 coat of each, so it's not, I don't think, that bad. I like to use 2 mascaras sometimes, just because I think they do different things and it really adds volume when you use 2 different ones. So the first one I'm going to be using is this Maybelline Sensational Lash Multiplying Mascara. I think this gives a good curl to my lashes. I did lose my eyelash curlers and I literally have $0 and 0 cents in my life right now. So I'm just going to use a mascara that I think curls them on its own. The next one I'm going to put on is They're Real by Benefit. This one is not going to go anywhere. Not when you cry, not when you try to take it off. Literally, probably not even during the apocalypse. This is going to stay on. So that's why I'm putting it on today. And I also find that it adds a lot of length to my lashes. So that's another reason that I like it. Sorry if you can hear my dogs barking. I have literally the most annoying dogs of life. Alright, so your eyes are almost done, but first you're going to move on to the face, or I'm going to move on the face, or you will if you are following along with this. So for foundation, I say that you go the route of whatever you think looks the best on you. But also, I'm going to go for ones that I think are a little bit more sheer, they're a little bit more natural looking. I'm going to be mixing my Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation SPF 15 in the shade Porcelain, and my L'Oreal Lumi in the shade Rose Pearl, which is not available in the States as far as I know. So the Bobbi Brown is a little bit light for me right now, and the L'Oreal is a little bit dark. So I think I'm gonna just mix those and it's gonna create a really nice color. Alright, so I'm going to be using my Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face Brush, mixing those a little bit on my hand, and then I'm just gonna start buffing that into my face. See, when I put it on, I think it looks a little light, but once I start really putting it on, buffing it in, I think it really matches my neck. Okay, so now I'm happy with my foundation. Usually the next step that I would do would be to use concealer in a triangular shape here to highlight and also conceal a little bit. I don't personally think I have bad dark circles, and also I think it's just going to be too much makeup on this area if you're going to be crying, which I'm going to be. I'm a crier. If you're not a crier, if you're just stone cold, stone faced, getting broken up with, like, you know, go ahead, do that if you want to. But I don't think it's necessary, and like I said, I'm trying to go for a little bit more of a natural look, so I'm going to skip that step today. But if that's something that you want to do, go ahead and do that. If your dark circles are something that you're really uncomfortable with, go ahead and do that. So first thing I'm going to do is line my waterline. Today I'm using this Perfect Point Plus eye pencil in black Onyx. I have never in my life heard of this brand before. My mom got this at BJ's or something, asked me if I wanted it, and I was like, sure. It's not a bad liner, I've been using it, so I'm just gonna line the waterline. Never fear if you go a little bit below, and actually, I know you think this looks bad right now, but I'm gonna fix it. The one thing I think works to create the perfect waterline, maybe you go a little bit lower, and then I wipe up and just a little more foundation to make sure that's all gone, and I think that creates the perfect black line on your waterline. So that's what works for me, and that's what I'm gonna do. And then of course just line the lower lashes. I'm just going to be using this travel size of the Urban Decay Perversion mascara. I think this works really well since it's really short, and I can get just really easily get these lashes. I'm sorry, it's so hard for me to talk while I'm doing this because I have to concentrate. So you probably can't see them. I have terrible lower lashes. They're so short. Yeah, you totally can't see that. It's just what I'm working with. So the eyes are now finished. We're just gonna move on to the face. Nothing over the top. I'm not going to contour. I'm not going to bronze just because I am really pale. Everybody knows that I'm really pale, and I often do contour, but not today. Today's not the day for that. Today we're just gonna add a little life to the cheeks with blush, maybe a little highlight, and it's gonna finish off the look. So I'm using today my Sephora blush in Rose Glow. Okay, so my camera died. I don't know where I was, but I can't take off the makeup that I've done. But yeah, I'm just adding blush to the apples of my cheeks and bringing it back a little bit. I think it adds life without being too over the top. And as I said, I'm not bronzing because tears are gonna come down, they're gonna streak it, and your contour is not gonna look good if it's streaky. It's just not, and I'm sure he doesn't care. He doesn't care how chiseled my cheekbones are. You know, if it's somebody you love and who loves you, probably, even though you're breaking up, like, they don't care what you look like. They've probably seen you without makeup. They've seen you, you know, at your worst. They've seen you at your most glam, but this is just what I think looks like. It makes you look like you're trying, but you're not trying too hard. It's not too over the top. It's not too much. So that's just what my thoughts are on this. So lastly, we're going to want to highlight just slightly. I'm actually just going to use this, which is the NYX Illuminator in Ritualistic. I actually really like it, and I'm taking this Bobbi Brown sheer powder brush. Sorry, for blush I used this Real Techniques multitask brush, which is really great for bronzing, blushing, powdering, whatever you need. It's a multitask brush. So I'm taking this. I usually would use a fan brush for this, but I'm trying to go a little bit more precise. I feel like the fan brush sometimes can get it like too far over because it's like fanned. I don't know. So I'm just using this brush, and I'm giving myself a glow without it being too much. Like looking head on, I can't see anything. And of course, I love to highlight my nose, so. Then you're almost done. Okay, so the last thing you're gonna do is lips. And I don't wanna put lipstick on, I don't wanna put gloss on. You know, you don't wanna look like you tried too hard. Like, who puts lipstick on to go get dumped? Also, like, what if he wants to kiss you one more time? I don't know, stupid thought, right? But, so I already have filmed a video, and it's gonna be up after I post this one, but this video on this little trio from Benefit, it's got the Posy Tint, High Beam, and Benetint. So today, I'm going to just use the Benetint on my lips. This is the perfect like, do you see that? It just adds a little bit of color without, sorry, I cannot talk and do stuff at the same time. It adds a little color without being over the top, without looking like you're wearing lipstick. And it just, I think it really rounds out the look. But there is a first impressions video coming on this little trio coming soon. That's the finished look. This is what I am going to be wearing to be broken up with, and this is what I would recommend people to wear. I just think it's really natural, you know, you've got like just natural eyes, not too much going on. The wings make a little bit of a statement without going too over the top with your makeup. Blush just makes you look alive. That highlight though, like, you want it to be like, yeah, I know, I'm dead inside, but highlight's still on fleek, who cares? That's how I feel, at least. And as like I said before, this video is kind of a joke. I mean, it's kind of serious because I am getting broken up with, but it is just a joke. It's supposed to be lighthearted. It's supposed to be helping me see a little humor in the situation instead of just being sad the entire time. So if you liked this video, if you liked the concept, or if you're going to use it at all, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Not all the stuff on my channel is like this. My next video on Thursday is going to be another makeup look, but that is going to be a back to school makeup look, so it's going to be a little bit more applicable to everybody. But I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I'll see you guys next time. Bye!